Hi Aquarius, how you doing? I'm going to pull some cards for you, light seers. Um, so I'm just going to pull a few cards out to start with to kind of outline the situation that you're in, and then depending on what comes of that, we'll have a little look at the issues surrounding it. I don't know what's going to come up. I don't know what type of situation it will relate to. Possibly by the time I title this video, I will, and you know better than me at this stage what to expect if you've been drawn in by the title. But do bear in mind that not every single message is necessarily going to fit for you, okay? Because it is a collective message. All right. What's going on with Aquarius then, please? What situation is Aquarius facing at the moment? Right, we've got the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles upright, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and the Two of Pentacles. Are you kidding me, Aquarius? All Pentacles. Okay. So, it feels like your focus at the moment is kind of on real world stuff. This is a situation that could be relating to your environment, your job, career, financial stuff, that sort of thing. But whatever the situation is, it's out of balance. I'm not ruling out that this could be a romantic situation for you, by the way. Just because we've only got pentacles on the surface, that doesn't mean anything. Take it as it applies to your life. There's some sort of situation here where things are not balancing out with the Six of Pentacles. With the way the Six of Pentacles came out reverse, there's a lack of balance here. I think you feel like you're having to do too much of the work. This is someone doing a lot of work. However, yes, sure, it seems like you're doing too much of the work within this Six of Pentacles situation. But I would say what also this card is telling me is that you are able to pull back from this situation somewhat and sit in your own energy, sit with your own energy, concentrate on those focuses that are individual to you. Yeah. Oops, I'm going to put that back reversed, how it came out, thank you. And to that end, this work that you're doing, sort of, this kind of diligent hard work that you're doing in a place of, this is for me, this work is for me, this is me looking after myself. There's something new. This, I feel like with the reversal here, this represents incoming energy. Reversals can mean all sorts of things, and here it feels like an incoming energy. It's like an incoming energy of trying something new, basically. Who knows what that is? We'll have a bit of a dig. Two of Pentacles reverse. It feels like you're still undecided about this situation, this reverse Six of Pentacles situation, which is a situation that's on your mind because you feel there's an imbalance. It's almost like, you know, at some point some sort of decision's going to have to be made here, and that decision's sort of in the back of your mind, I think, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Right, let's get a bit deeper and dig. We'll go wild unknown, I think. What's underneath the Six of Pentacles then for Aquarius, please? What is underneath the Six of Pentacles for Aquarius? Four of Cups reversed. You're fed up with this situation. Feels like you actually... you are not as interested in putting your cups towards this situation as you once were. Cups, by which I mean your love, and that doesn't have to mean romantic love. It can, you know, just be love as in the action of doing what needs to be done to bring more abundance in this situation. There's a withdrawal of that here on your part based on the knowledge you have that what you put in isn't really necessarily going to be matched by this other person, I don't think. And it feels disappointing for you. I feel like you had expectations around how much this other person was going to put in, and they're just not meeting your expectations. So at the moment, it feels like you're in a slightly withdrawn state from that. You're sitting in your own energy a lot more, concentrating on yourself a lot more. But at the back of your mind, this feels just like it's really at the back of your mind. Well, look, sort of at the back of your mind, but sort of something you know you're going to have to deal with in the future. When I do these sort of spreads where I don't use a spread, broadly speaking, with left to right is past, current, future. So it just feels to me like you know at some point in the future you're going to have to make some sort of decision about how to sort of properly deal with this, because it doesn't feel at the moment like you're properly dealing with this. No, not to criticise the way you're dealing with it. It doesn't feel. Well, it's not for me to say if you're acting correctly, but it feels like the right thing to do. How do I explain this? I'm making a mess of explaining this. I'm sorry, Aquarius. I'm not. It's not about judgment or anything. It's just that you know the way you're dealing with it at the moment is right, but you know the way you're dealing with it is temporary, and that there's going to be a shift in the situation that is going to require you to make a decision in the near future. That's how it feels, and that's what I was trying to say, and hopefully now I finally said it and you get what I mean. This is the whole thing of translating energy and pictures into coherent words. It can be difficult sometimes. Shall we find out more about this reverse pentacle situation? I think we should. Tell me more about this reverse pentacle situation, please, for Aquarius. The Four of Swords. Yeah, another four. It's like to bring stability within yourself, because four is a number of stability. You've got two fours. You've got two fours, and then you've got the eight. Oh, I like that. Oh, I really like that. In order for you to bring some stability to this situation, but moreover stability within yourself, you kind of know that there needs to just be a little, you need to give things a bit of room to breathe. And that feels like the energy you're in at the moment, because the Four of Swords, yes, it's healing and all that, but it's also a very restful energy. It's almost like you're taking a step back, just taking a rest from this situation to find that stability within yourself. You know, withdraw your cups. Give your brain a bit of space to do some thinking independently of this Six of Pentacles energy, this to and fro between you and a situation, you and a person that actually isn't a to and fro. That's the thing. It should be doing this infinity symbol that we see on the card, this toing and froing, but it's like it's not happening. So you're taking that space, withdrawing your cups, and 4 + 4 = 8 which is that, you know, being productive for yourself, not putting your time and effort, not putting your time and effort towards this situation, putting it towards yourself and your own growth. Yeah, let's find out more about this Eight of Pentacles then, please, for Aquarius. Nine of Swords. It doesn't come without anxiety though. Ace of Swords reverse. Okay, yeah. So this is, yeah. there's still some anxiety attached to this situation. I can completely understand that. It makes sense. Just because you're trying to find more stability in yourself and you're withdrawing those cups doesn't mean that the anxiety around that situation has disappeared. And of course there's anxiety around it. It's a stopping of flow where there should be a Six of Pentacles flow. That has stopped. It's absolutely natural that would cause an anxiety in you with the Nine of Swords. That, you know, that's a pretty bloody anxious card when we look at it. It's come sideways. It feels like the anxiety has been reduced from having this taking a step back. It feels like the anxiety has been reduced, but it's still underlying, and you know it's there because, and I link it to this Two of Pentacles thing where you sort of, it's like you know you're going to have to do something a bit more concrete in the future to deal with this situation. And also the Ace of Swords coming out makes sense. It's Ace of Swords here is a lack of clarity, which is what we've already said is there, because there's this idea that in the future you're going to need to do something. With the aim, I think, of bringing about that clarity for you, with the aim of turning that Ace of Swords upright for you. There's almost a sense here that you can't get that clarity through this Eight of Pentacles energy. The Eight of Pentacles energy can help you get that clarity in that it can help you be in the right mindset to be available for clarity, if that makes sense. But it seems to me like it would require this Six of Pentacles flow to be there again, and I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't think that's something you can force to happen, Aquarius. Yeah, but it's there. Let's get under this Page of Pentacles. I just feel like you're pursuing new things here that you've not pursued before, and that feels nice. It's linked to the Eight of Pentacles energy, like I say. You're more in a space of focusing on yourself as an individual outside of this situation. So that's giving you the energy to pursue new things. It's an incoming energy though. So you might not feel yourself in this energy. That we might be talking more future energy for some of you now. I mean, I feel like most of you are kind of here at the moment, kind of in between the Eight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles, if that makes sense. Which it may or may not do. I don't know. I'll try my best. Page of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Judgment. Queen of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, that's nice. So, there's a recognition of self-sabotage here. I like that. It just feels like you're being really kind to yourself about it. I don't know, there's something about this Judgment card, particularly in this deck. This is the way the cards come out, but let me show them to you. You can just soak in the energy a bit. I just feel like you're being really kind to yourself. I feel like this is like some part of yourself that's treating yourself with compassion and kindness. Do I normally say this for the Judgment card? No, I don't. But this is what's happening today. Do you know what? It's about meeting your true potential as well. And you know you have to be kind to yourself to meet your true potential, not beat yourself up. Because there is an element of beating yourself up with the Five of Swords here, but with the Page of... Yeah, with the Page of Pentacles, it feels like this is quite a new thing for you, to not be that harsh on yourself. But how are you doing that? Or how might you do that if you're not in that energy already? What else about the Page of Pentacles, please? Six of Swords. From the Five of Swords to the Six. I like that. That's moving on to calmer waters, finding more of a sense of calm within yourself. Yeah, there's probably some inner child work going on here for some of you, because this card is so about healing trauma for me. And with the pages are more and more to me coming through as that sort of work. So it's like you're working on like loving that childlike part of you that has that desire to try new things for yourself, and like and the idea comes from yourself as well. Like it's not been put on you by anybody else, not in this energy, and it's really nice to see, because how else do you get to know yourself? This is you getting to know yourself, Aquarius. I like it. Yeah. I just feel that I've not said everything I need to say about this Page of Pentacles, but maybe it'll come. Maybe it will come, Aquarius. And also I think there's an element of you that knows if you put too much of your energy towards this situation, this unbalanced situation, you're not being nice to yourself. You're actually, that is a form of self-sabotage, putting too much energy towards that situation. You know, and it's linked to this Nine of Swords energy, this, then the anxiety and everything that we spoke about is linked to that. The more energy you put towards this situation, the more you're hurting yourself, is what I want to say. Even though, and I'm not going to say that every time you put energy towards this situation you find yourself in this Nine of Swords energy. That's the problem. It's not that straightforward. There can be a temporary relief from this Nine of Swords anxiety feeling when you do put energy towards that situation. That's the thing. So it can be very hard for you to recognize it as self-sabotage. But yeah, what is it about that relief then? What is it about that relief that's so appealing? Even though in a way you know it's not good for you. That's a tricky thing to deal with, isn't it? That's a very tricky thing to deal with. It's almost like it's almost like a drug. It's almost like a drug. Just fell on the floor. Ah. Okay. Oh, it's the Four of Swords again. When I was looking at, that's what you need to heal. That's what you need to heal. I think that's the main focus of this message for you, is that's what you're being asked to look at, is the fact that putting energy towards this situation, this unbalanced situation, it can give you a sort of instant relief from your anxiety. That's very interesting, isn't it? And whatever's at the root of that, what's ever right at the, you know, and you know, we're talking going back to your childhood, whatever's right at the root of that for you, that's what you need to shine the light of compassion on. Your own light. Yeah. God, I hope that makes sense for you, and is like just maybe giving you a prompt at something that you could look at that could help you. Right, shall we look at this Two of Pentacles energy for the future then? See what's underneath this. A decision that you know you're going to have to make. So what's on it? When the Two of Pentacles comes out, sometimes I like to look what's on either side. Either side. You know what I mean? It's like you're weighing up options. So what's to you is on either side. It came out reversed. The Tower's on the bottom. Right, okay. So what's this decision in Aquarius's future? Thank you. So on one side we've got the Fool. That's a new beginning. That to me feels like complete detachment from this situation. Complete detachment. That's what's on one side for you. That's what's on one side of your decision. And that feels a bit scary. I can feel your fear. That feels a bit scary. I understand. What's on the other side? You couldn't make it up, Aquarius. What's on the other side is more of the same. Wow. It's the reverse Six of Pentacles again. It goes right back to what even is the issue. That is something. God, you know, tarot is such a fucking awesome tool. It really is. That's amazing. I asked what was on either side of this decision for you that you know you're going to have to make in the future. What's on either side is more of the same or a completely fresh start. I'm sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear. That's what's coming through on the cards. Make of it what you will. You know, use it to prompt your own whatever. I mean, yeah. If it fits for you, it fits for you. If it doesn't fit for you, reject it. That's fine. But that's how it's come up. Shall we explore this fear that's underneath the Fool? I feel like that would be a helpful thing for you to do. That seems a useful place for you to go. I'm going to try and cap these readings at half an hour, so we've got a bit longer where we can just have a look. Jeez. And that backs up what I've already said. But interestingly, what's come out is this Five of Swords again. What is coming through here is it feels like in the act of breaking away from this situation, it almost feels, and this is not based in fact, but this is something that seems to be coming up, so I've got to try and say it. It feels like you'd be losing a part of yourself. It feels like you'd be losing a part of yourself if you cut off from this situation completely, which is how the Fool was coming through to me. And then we've got these swords, which just makes me think of cutting someone off, or cutting a situation off, or just completely removing yourself from a situation. This feels like, with where the Death card backs it up as well. But it feels to you like in doing that, somehow you're cutting off a part of yourself. I don't know if for some of you this is a sort of parent-child relationship, or this could be your relationship with your parents. I don't know. It feels, but it doesn't have to be. I suppose when you get really enmeshed with someone else and you sort of lose sight of where you start and another person begins, I suppose stepping away from that, even if that's not a family member, can feel like that as well. But I am getting that for some of you it's a family member. But you know that's on the other side. What's on the other side is more of the same. I don't really like having to say that, but that's what's coming through. Yeah. What else about this Five of Swords then? I just feel I might be missing something. What else about this Five of Swords, please? Am I missing something? The Ten of Cups reversed. The King of Cups reversed. Okay. And the Ace of Cups reversed. Although, look at that. 3 Cups cards. So the King and the 10 in reverse. It's also about saying goodbye to a dream as well. You know, 10 of Cups is like the ultimate romantic dream. But when it's in reverse, we can see that it's a bit unrealistic. And you know, with the King of Cups in reverse, I feel like this represents who's on the other side of this Six of Pentacles. And it's like, their cups just not flowing. But then look, we have the Ace of Cups, and this feels like a completely new energy to me. This feels like when you step away from this, I mean, it is the classic card of like meeting someone new in a romantically. So it does feel to me that that possibility is there for you once you, if you take this path. And we sort of looked at two possibilities, didn't we? Yeah. And this all came under a Five of Swords. So it's almost like continuing to pursue this is an act of self-sabotage. You know, yeah. There's no other way for me to say it. It's not the most fun message to deliver, is it? But you know, this is the energy I'm looking at, so I've got to tell you. Don't take it if it's not yours. But this is kind of the polar opposite. It almost feels like this is the polar opposite. And of course the 10 does reset to the Ace. So this is about not only like the classical sort of tarot-y, Rider-Waite-y, new love stuff. Not just about that, it's also about loving yourself. And not hurting yourself. I mean, obviously no one actively hurts themselves. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's a dick thing to say. I beg your pardon. Often it can be very conscious, but what it feels here like it's more under the surface because of the temporary relief from anxiety that entering back into this, or that engaging with this energy, even though it's not even a flow of energy, but trying to, you know, trying with it. It feels like it's a more subtle act of self-sabotage because it can give you a sort of instant relief, a sort of instant gratification, and you're really being asked to look at that. So anyway, back to what I was saying, which I was saying some silly things actually, so I'm really sorry about that. This situation we're looking at here, it's not the most obvious act of self-sabotage that you're doing to yourself, I don't think. It's a little bit under the surface. And anyway, there is that aspect of really getting to the root of the issue. And this is just sort of the energy that's going to help you to be in, to kind of look at the root of the issue and recognise the act of self-sabotage to me. This Ace of Cups energy where you are filling your own cup. Because that's what the Two of Cups is, which is like the ultimate soulmate card, right? You both fill your own cups. And then you come together and you pour the overflow on one another. And yes, I do have the feeling that there might be someone out there in your future who has a full cup of love to give you, but you have to fill your own cup as well. And that is going to help you more see some of the self-sabotaging stuff that is going on under the surface related to this situation that you're in that isn't balanced. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for you. I'm sorry for saying some silly things about people not deliberately hurting themselves. I just feel so stupid for saying that. But you know what? I've got to be compassionate towards myself, just like you have to be, right? With this. I don't know, both these cards feel so like just nice towards yourself, compassionate towards yourself, and like, yeah, you fuck up, you make mistakes, you say silly things. It's about recognising it, but not recognising it in a blooming harsh way, you know? Okay. I am going to leave it there now, I'll shut up. Thank you, Aquarius. I hope you got something out of this. I'm sorry it was a bit of a difficult reading, but The cards say what they say, and you know, either this is for you or not. Either, oh God, she's talking again. She's talking again. I don't want you to look at this and be like, oh God, I've got to do this because the cards say so. You'll recognise in your guts if this situation is yours. Right, I know you will. So yeah, just sit with it a while, I guess. Right, I'm really going now. Thank you so much. Like and share and all that bollocks. Mwah.